There's something so alluring about Kim Taehyung. The man we know as BTS's V has an indescribable charm, a mix of warmth, depth, and an enigmatic aura. Behind the spotlight and the glitz of the entertainment world lies the story of a man who is known not only for his talent, but also for the way he views the world. In an interview with Vogue Korea, Taehyung revealed a side of himself that is rarely seen. He spoke about the pain he went through when he was only seen as a valuable asset by those around him. "I used to be more introverted because I was hurt," he said, his tone hinting at a bigger story behind his words. But through it all, he still holds fast to his belief in the goodness of humanity. We can only imagine what it was like for the BTS members to meet at Suga's house that he described. They shared music, danced, and complimented each other endlessly. What really goes on behind those walls? What energy keeps them shining? Taehyung credits those moments as the source of their passion. "It's what keeps us loving what we do," he said. Taehyung is currently serving his mandatory military service with the rest of his members. But that doesn't mean he's completely distant from us. His singles, Winter Ahead and Free Ends, are like hidden messages left for us. The lyrics seem to describe something more than just a story. They're pieces of Taehyung's soul that he lets us see, just a little bit, enough to make us wonder. Taehyung also talks about the pressures of being in the public eye. When you're constantly in the spotlight, you have to learn to discern people's intentions, he says. There's a deep mystery in these words, how he survives, how he learns to keep his peace in a world full of ulterior motives. Fans often describe Taehyung's voice as something that touches the soul. But does it also hold a story that's never been told? Songs like Sweet Night and Christmas Tree carry a melancholy feel that's hard to explain, like a fog covering something bigger, deeper. Taehyung's 29th birthday on December 30th is a time for us to reflect on the journey of this mysterious figure. What keeps him going, staying humble, and connecting with his fans? There's more to him than talent. There's a soul full of layers, each inviting us to understand more. When he says, "Let's continue to grow and inspire each other," the message feels like an invitation to explore the meaning of connection, honesty, and being human. Taehyung, for all his mystery, isn't just an artist. He's an enigma, a story that's still being written and we're all part of it. When it comes to his relationship with his fellow BTS members, Taehyung describes them not just as colleagues, but as brothers. "When I feel down or overwhelmed, I know they're always there for me," he says. Their relationship feels like a fortress that protects them from the hustle and bustle of the outside world. Yet there's a warmth to their bond that's inexplicable, as if behind the scenes, there's a secret to how they've managed to stay together in harmony for so many years. Taehyung is also known for his love of visual art, especially photography. He often shares simple yet deeply beautiful portraits that seem to capture moments in the world that are unseen by others. Through the camera, Taehyung explores the world from a unique perspective. He once said, "Photography helps me see the world in a new way." These words beg the question, is art his way of understanding the world, or perhaps his way of communicating in a way that is deeper than words? And, even at the peak of his fame, Taehyung never forgets his roots. The messages he shares with ARMY are full of down-to-earth wisdom. One of the most memorable is, "It's okay to be yourself even if the world doesn't always understand it." This statement, although simple, contains a deep meaning, as if he wants to remind us not to lose ourselves amidst the demands of an ever-changing world. There's something almost unspoken about Taehyung's presence on stage. His distinctive, emotional voice transports listeners to another world. In every performance, there's a sense that he's not just singing, but also telling a story that only he and perhaps a few others truly understand. His songs like Sweet Night and Christmas Tree evoke a strange sense of longing, like remembering something that never really happened. His fans, ARMY, often describe Taehyung as someone who brings warmth and light wherever he goes. But there's another layer to him, one that's filled with mystery and introspection. He's spoken about the importance of setting boundaries to protect his inner peace. Yet, at the same time, he remains open to the good things that others can give him. It's a balance that's not easy to achieve, but Taehyung seems to have found his own way. Taehyung is currently serving his mandatory military service, but his influence is still felt. His solo songs and collaborations like Winter Ahead with Park Hyo-shin feel like hidden messages left for his fans during his absence. The song carries such a strong emotional tone, as if he is speaking directly to his fans, reminding them to stay strong and hopeful. His 29th birthday is a moment of reflection, not only for him, but also for his fans. Behind the glitz and the spotlight, there is a story of struggle that not everyone knows. The story of a man who learned to find peace amidst the hustle and bustle of the world, who remained true to himself even as the world continued to change around him. Taehyung's words in his interview are not only inspiring but also inviting. He is a reminder that even amidst the pressures of fame, one can still find meaning in genuine relationships and authentic work. Taehyung is living proof that success is not just about material achievement, but also about having the courage to remain yourself. And as fans prepare to celebrate his birthday, they are also preparing various charitable initiatives that reflect the values that Taehyung holds dear. From supporting animal welfare to education, these actions show how his influence goes beyond the world of music. In silence, Taehyung has moved many hearts to do good. But the biggest question remains, what will Taehyung do after returning from his military service? He has given small hints about his upcoming projects, but he has deliberately kept them vague, leaving fans curious. "I can't give too much away, but trust me, there's a lot to look forward to," he said with a knowing smile. Taehyung has not only left his mark on the entertainment world, but also on the hearts of millions. His story is a reminder that even though the world can often be harsh and stressful, there is room for kindness, warmth, and vulnerability. And in that space, Taehyung shines, not just as a K-pop star, but as an inspiring human being. When it comes to art and music, Taehyung has always treated both as extensions of himself. Music for Taehyung is more than just a melody or lyrics. It's a way to speak to the soul of his listeners. In every piece he creates, there are traces of his honest and authentic emotions. Fans often feel like Taehyung's songs are like personal conversations, where he opens his heart to them. In his lyrics, there are hidden messages of vulnerability, hope, and courage that continue to resonate long after the song ends. Visual art, especially photography, is another side of him that is increasingly being shown to the public. Taehyung's photographs are often simple, but they have the power to capture small moments that are often overlooked. He has said that the camera helps him see the world in a deeper way. Perhaps for Taehyung, photography is a way to find beauty in the most ordinary things, an attempt to find peace in the hustle and bustle of his life full of the spotlight. However, behind all the art and music he creates, Taehyung is also known as someone who cares deeply for the people around him. The other BTS members often describe him as someone who always brings joy, even in difficult times. He is not only an entertainer on stage, but also a caring friend behind the scenes. His warm and humble personality is what makes him such a beloved figure, both by his peers and his fans around the world.
Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress